Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel for another banger. Now, without wasting any time, I will get straight to the point. As you can see by the title, I'll be talking about Palantir. So I was one of those first, Palantir people. I was in it on the first day that it became public at $9. And yeah, that's the tea. But ever since then, I've been trying to add to my position because I believe in the long-term trajectory of this company. A lot of people don't, but for me, I definitely see where this company is going. I did a lot of research on it before, even though I'm not really a scientist, and I say this a lot. So for me, it takes a little extra research and work for me to really become bullish on our stock. And I'm only bullish on a handful of stocks long-term, because I find that I like to diversify my positions and my portfolio, but then I do have a portfolio that is not that diversified, because when I believe in a company, I'm bullish on it and I'm willing to 100% be all in it. Now, Palantir is one of these companies, and I have been trying to get more positions literally for the longest, but I definitely wanted to wait for the hold on it to expire, just so I could see if there's some pullback. As we say all the time, it is always important to not go all in right away, but rather put percentages of your final amount, because that way you can cost average your stock. So now, as we know, right, Palantir, they had their call and Q earnings, right? Even though I do not talk about this anymore, I do not really talk about the financials of any specific company, I definitely do think that it is important for me to talk about this, okay? I'm pretty happy that Palantir has actually been dipping lately, because that gives me more room and more options to get in and get more stocks. I definitely plan to have this and one other stock as one of my biggest holdings, but it's pretty pricey. But I guess that's why I have been taking extreme risk with penny stocks, so I can raise a lot of capital to put into stocks that I actually want. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that their CEO, Alex Karp, said that software is no longer a luxury, but it is becoming part of the language of our time itself, right? And I definitely do think that in the future, companies that are able to dominate in the software sector will definitely see huge increases in their stocks and just even revenue in general, and clients, depending on whatever that looks like for you. So I was supposed to make this video a while back before their reported earnings and the lockup period expired, but for some reason I've been feeling a bit unmotivated. But that's none of y'all business. Your business. I'm sure you came to find why I'm saying to go in and get Palantir. Cathiewood also added a lot of shares. I think millions of shares, 5 million shares to her portfolio. She also added 1.5 million shares when Palantir dipped again. Okay, so it is worth thinking about that and putting a call option on this stock if you don't already have it, or if you don't have enough money to be able to put on hold for a call option. Please do get it today, because obviously after doing your due diligence, because I definitely think that this stock could either go two ways. We are having a red day in the stock market today, but I definitely think that if it wasn't this stock would be dipping, or it could be skyrocketing. Okay, now, just because the lockup period is over does not necessarily mean that this stock is going to go down. I do want to mention that it has a lot of short interest, and for us as investors, I think that's not a good thing, right? Although it could be a good thing, like one of my subscribers mentioned one time. I think his name is Nicholas. Because when there is short interest in a company, right, sometimes if it keeps going up, they have to cover, right? And when they cover, it actually keeps pushing the stock higher, which kind of like the GameStop thing. Also, I definitely do think that AI is one of the industries I said will be growing a lot in the long term, in the years to come. And I do want to say that there has been a deal with IBM as well, and it has added more sales to people. IBM just added more salespeople to Palantir, so that means that they have more employees as well. So I'm bullish on this stock, and so is Cathiewood. But yeah, those are the catalysts that I wanted to discuss. Everything else I've really discussed it in a whole different video. I talked about this video when I first created my channel. Is it 2 months ago or 3 months ago? I think I've had the channel for 3 months now. Yeah, that's about it. Also guys, if you hear anything in the background of this video, I am not in my usual location, so I kind of had to